Alright, so Dragon Ball Super Episode 19 is officially in the books. That episode was, it was kind of uneventful, to be honest. I enjoyed it, like I've enjoyed every episode, but there's just not anything new that really happened in this episode. I mean, I've heard people like Geekdom say it's like frame for frame. I wouldn't say that per se, it's frame for frame. I mean, but it just doesn't divert very much from the movie formula. What I mean by that is there was things like, you know, when Pilaf and them were doing the wish, they didn't have to go look for that final Dragon Ball in the sea. It was in this cave or whatever, unless that was an underwater cavern of some sort. But yeah, it's just like things like that. And then, you know, when they made the wish, they actually threw in Mai's wish at the end for the ice cream, the world's best ice cream. As Shenron explained that he has 3 wishes now, and the stronger wish requires 2. I don't think I've ever heard that explicitly stated in the series. I could be mistaken though. But it's like, it's very similar. There wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot that was different, but it just didn't divert very much. I'm not going to say it was frame for frame though. I've heard that a bit. I'm not going to say that. It's not enough to really toss the needle though, but I did notice stuff like that. But I did enjoy the episode. I think that this is just a little bit different review for me because I don't really have too much to talk about, to be honest. But I think my favorite part of the episode would have been just Tagoma in general. I think that in the movie, Tagoma went way too fast. You know, he had like 5 lines and he was gone for the movie, and then Frieza throws him in space and he's done. But this whole, like, he may have had the most screen time in this whole episode, like literally. And it's always fun seeing the Pilaf gang as well. You could tell Toriyama really loves them because, you know, they kind of disappeared for all of Dragon Ball Z, but they're back in Dragon Ball Super a lot, actually. So it's always fun seeing them. A lot of people kind of hate on them, but they're just comedy relief. We're not seeing our main comedy characters like Hercule, of course. We're not seeing Gotenks that much. Goten and Trunks, really. I believe we're going to see them in the next episode as well. They're going to be interacting with Jocko, which should imply that they're going to be in the saga. If they're not in the saga, we'll actually see them tell them, hey, to go away, or whatever they said in the movie. I think that Bulma said don't tell them, and they sent them off somewhere. At least give us some closure and let us see that happen. I think they should be in it because it would be great. And I think they will be, because in the opening for Dragon Ball Super, Gohan is in the suit, and Goku's fighting. They're all in the wrong clothes though, except for Goten. He's in that new sleeveless gi that he's been wearing in Dragon Ball Super, but they're fighting Frieza soldiers as well. So unless Goku swaps his clothes back out, that's out of date. They also, I'm kind of jumping around a bit here, I'm sorry about that, but they also did change the intro a little bit. I thought that it's like, I remember seeing the first episode of Dragon Ball Super in the intro, like where you see that flash where you see Super Saiyan God Goku, and I thought that was great. You know, they changed it this time for the blue-haired one, and you see that, and I just thought that's just really, really fun how they do that. And then they also added Golden Frieza to the intro, so if you guys have been skipping it, hey, it's worth a shot to go back and rewatch it just to see the new one. But yeah, next episode, it looks like we're going to be seeing Jocko, of course, and Goten and Trunks are going to be interacting with Jocko a lot. Oh god, I burped a little bit, my bad. I think that's pretty fun though, because like I said, they weren't in the movie, and I didn't really see a reason to keep them out of the movie except for screen time and things like that. The movie was very action oriented, so obviously Super's going to take it a little bit different. But honestly, this is another thing. I'm going to quote Geekdom again. He did say you could skip this episode, and I would say you can skip this because nothing ultimately happened different that really moves the needle. We saw Piccolo playing a little bit more with Pan. It's like in the movie, you know, he was rocking her, but in this he was doing peekaboo, peekaboo, and stuff like that, you know, like it's just little minor stuff that they actually changed, whereas before, like in Battle of Gods, they diverted a lot. It's not the same as the movie. It's just really not. The fight's different, the setup is different from the beginning of the series. It's not the same. I can't say that about Resurrection F so far, and it kind of bums me out a little bit because I was always a very big advocate for, you know, being able to retell the stories. If that's what Toriyama wants to do, we can't knock him, we can't complain. You know, I understand people are impatient on the internet, but you can't complain. But like, my whole caveat was like, as long as we're getting new information and they're filling in some gaps and then, you know, explaining a little bit more, I'm okay with it. But if they're just going to give us a, you know, a pretty concise replica of the movie, then I'm not okay with that. But if the saga goes by pretty quick, like it's seeming like it's going to do, then I'm okay with it too, because I think that at this, I mean, look, people were complaining about the pacing of Dragon Ball Super. I can't say it enough now. I said it so much then, I can't say it enough now. If you look at the fact that we are almost 20 episodes in, we already had a 1 arc complete. Okay, boom, that's out the way. We see 3 or 4 episodes that were not filler. They're not filler episodes because they did progress the story. I believe only one of them didn't, but they were there for a reason. And then we're back in. Frieza's already revived after 1 episode. If you look at it, seriously, like the show was moving really, really fast. That's why there's stuff about it being 50 episodes. They are on pace to be very short series. That's where it's at. And if you look at it, the Frieza saga may be done around episode 28, 29. That's really fast for 2 entire arcs. Get that through your head. I just can't say it enough. The show is not slow paced. I don't think that's much of an argument anymore, though. Especially if you go back and binge watch the first part of it, then it's really not a factor. But I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot that happened. But let me know you guys' thoughts on the episode so far, and if you guys have any problems with how it was, or if you guys are okay with retelling it, because it gives you a little bit of a different perspective. As far as it goes, it's supposed to, and it has, for all intents and purposes, Dragon Ball Super has elaborated a little bit, and it's doing things a little bit differently. But hey, at the end of the day, you may still prefer the movie version when this is all said and done. I know a lot of people prefer the movie for Battle of Gods. Well, I prefer the actual anime. So I don't know. Let me know you guys' thoughts. That's it for me. I'll catch you guys next time. Stay swaggy. Peace out.